Welcome, all you escaped prisoners out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, coming at you with another Dragon Ball Super chapter review. This time it's chapter 44, titled Escaped Prisoner Moro. And as Goku tries to suss out Moro's location, something stares back at him from the emptiness of the void of space. This immediately catches Goku off guard, as he has never had someone just sends him right back. And as Vegeta goes to do so, Goku immediately warns against this. It's almost like the way Obi-Wan talked about how the destruction when the Death Star fired its first shot, it was almost like a million voices screamed out in terror and then were suddenly silenced. Because Goku immediately says Moro's presence is like a lot of people are just screaming in pain, and that's because he absorbs people's spirits. He is as described by the Galactic Patrol, he's absorbed so many life forces over the years that his entire being is just this collection of life force energy of these dead people, which is actually very ominous when you think about it, because he's consumed hundreds if not thousands of friggin' people. So they continue to try to go in Moro's direction. But we see that Moro has actually been assisted by a former member of Frieza's, the Frieza Force, who has brought Moro along in order to try to find the Dragon Balls. Moro has notices that a lot of life has continued throughout the universe despite the destruction that he's caused, which makes sense that when he was rampaging throughout the universe, he destroyed a lot of civilization, and a lot were brought back, and then a lot were destroyed again, a little bit of back and forth over the years. And apparently he has gone along with this guy in order to, possibly, return himself to his youth. A very King Piccolo-esque situation, honestly. And, Goku and Vegeta realize he's headed in the direction of New Namek, which everyone's just like, oh no, he's after the Dragon Balls. Because, the gang that they captured last chapter outright state is just like, oh, we heard some rumors about these orbs that can grant any kind of wish, something that even Frieza had gone after. And this is a good bit of lore building, because we never knew how much people actually knew about the Dragon Balls. It was these things that were just kind of out there in the universe that nobody really seemed to really go after, because Frieza only went after it because of all the information he got from Earth, I'm pretty sure. So, it's this continuous chain reaction of people knowing about the Dragon Balls, and then Goku and Vegeta have to come in and try their best in order to stop people from abusing their power. It's a good way of keeping the Dragon Balls relevant. Because for the longest time I kept saying, man, the Dragon Balls just keep becoming more and more relevant. But when you think about the fact that other more evil and vicious people can just get out there and use them, that makes them a very good plot point as a whole. And so Goku, we see that Moro's basically going to dispose of this guy afterwards. It's made very clear that he plans on doing away with this guy after he gets what he wants. And with the dude just being none the wiser because he thinks he'll receive some great reward by helping Moro just joining the side of the winning team, more or less. Which just shows the mentality of some of these kinds of people. Sometimes I would wonder why people would follow under someone like Frieza. But they're just as power hungry as Frieza himself, honestly, in certain situations. And then we cut to New Namek with one of the elders who, have one of the Dragon Balls. And they, pray to them for good luck and fortune, and that the gods would help them live in peace, which is ironic because Moro immediately enters their atmosphere afterwards. And in order to catch up, Goku and Vegeta use instant transmission to literally get there right before he arrives, and they tell the populace, yo, someone very evil is here, clear the fuck out. And Moro notices their energy as the ones who are sussing him out, and as he arrives, he looks like a very older gentleman, kind of hunched over. He doesn't look that intimidating as first. And Moro takes some time just take in everything, just being outside for the first time in hundreds of thousands of years. The one guy from the Frieza Force is just like, oh man, is that Vegeta? What's going on here? Why is he here? So I love that little bit of someone recognizing Vegeta. However, Moro, hungry for energy, notices that one of the children from the village did not run away when instructed to, so he immediately summons the kid to him. It's almost like he has force powers, because he pulls the kid through a building towards him, ready to suck out the life energy from him. But Vegeta immediately, just without missing a beat, goes in and just kicks Moro's hand away from the kid and rescues him. And we even get this really interesting line from Vegeta, where he mentions the fact that he, in the past, had done great harm to the Mechians, and he doesn't want them to, he doesn't want anything to happen to them. Which I have heard people state seems very uncharacteristic for Vegeta, but I think not. I think Vegeta has just grown that much, honestly, because that's all he's been doing as every arc has gone on, just showing the depths of the amount of growth he's had over the years. Because ultimately, even Vegeta has gone through the pain of potentially losing the people he's cared about, which has instilled a greater sense of empathy from my perspective in Vegeta as a whole. Now, it's just showing just how much more empathetical Vegeta has become over the years, to such a degree where he would even just call himself out on his previous misdeeds. So Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan 4, starts throwing hands at Moro, but Moro shows that he, even in his weakened state, he's actually very well able to, keep up with Vegeta's movement. And as the fight goes on, he uses his telekinetic abilities to start just throwing Vegeta around, slamming him into the ground, into, cliff sides and all that good stuff. So it's showing just how, special. I like the fact that we're getting more of a wizard character, because those are a little more tricky to take on. People who have, this wide variety of interesting abilities and techniques. Is not just, ooh, I go stronger when I power up. It's more of, I'm a little more clever, I'm a little more devious, and you have to stay on your toes as you go against me. So Vegeta ends up powering up into Super Saiyan Blue, and he's able to dodge Moro's telekinetic gestures, because he has to move his hands in order to do them. So as long as Vegeta just keeps up with Moro's hand movements, he's able to predict where he'll strike from, and he even actually manages to get a pretty good hit in on Moro. And then Moro starts just, summoning all these rocks and stuff to rock Vegeta like a hurricane. But Vegeta just, it's rocks, he just blasts them all away. And even back on the ship, we have the Galactic Patrolman talking about Jago saying that, hey, they might, they've taken on very credible threats to the universe before, and they should be able to take this guy down, no problem. But the other guy, I'm forgetting his name, but he says that that's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that they will win, as Moro decides it's time for him to get a little bit more serious as he removes his cloak and shows off a very interesting design for a character. You know, it's very Beerus reminiscent in the fact that this character has a very interesting, you know, design and the way that his body is shaped, you know. I say that because with Beerus, he's very slim and svelte, but he's so powerful. You know, and that's the essence of martial arts in a nutshell. The fact that, you know, being bulky and beefy, you know, is not what martial arts is all about. It's all about, you know, honing the parts of your body that you need the most in order to become more of a precision instrument. You know, that's what it's all about. So, you know, Moro's more lanky body is more befitting for a wizard who isn't so much about combat, but about the techniques and his powers and abilities. So it'll be interesting to see just how powerful Moro will become over the course of this story arc, because he's already shown that he's at least pretty formidable. Well, formidable. Yeah, I was right the first time. But hey, tell me your thoughts on the comment section below about this chapter. What do you think of Moro as a whole? How powerful and how much of a threat do you think he'll ultimately become as time goes on? And will he actually manage to get a wish from the Namekian Dragon Balls, which actually are a little bit more beefier in terms of power from the Earth Dragon Balls? And I'm also glad we've gone to New Namek now, because we haven't been to New Namek in so long. It's just a nice little bit of something here for the OG fans. But again, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you liked this video, leave me a like, and if you didn't, feel free to leave me a dislike and tell me what I'm doing wrong in the comment section below, so that I might better myself for future videos. And until then, how about subscribing, because I'll definitely be bringing more chapter reviews of Dragon Ball Super. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.